She demanded, "Apologize right now to my ex or I'm walking out that door." I opened the door for her. She didn't expect me to actually call her bluff. Came back 3 hours later. Door was bolted. Locks were changed. All right, Reddit. My girlfriend demanded I apologize to her ex-boyfriend for being rude to him. When I refused, she threatened to walk out. So I opened the door for her. 3 hours later, she came back thinking I'd be begging. Instead, the locks were changed and her stuff was in boxes. Here's how a simple argument turned into the best decision I ever made. I'm 31 male, a commercial electrician in Austin. Not the flashiest job, but it pays well. Around $85,000 a year with overtime. Been working in the field since I was 22, got my master electrician license at 27, and I'm pretty much set for life if I keep my head down and don't do anything stupid. Own a small 2-bedroom house in a decent neighborhood, drive a paid-off F-150, and have enough saved up that I could weather a few months without work if needed. The house was my proudest achievement. Bought it at 26 with a decent down payment I'd saved by living in a cramped apartment for 4 years after getting my journeyman license. Nothing fancy, built in the 80s, needed some work, but solid bones. I spent my first year there doing renovations on weekends. Upgraded the electrical panel myself, obviously. Redid the kitchen countertops, painted every room. Installed new flooring throughout. By the time I was done, it felt like mine in every possible way. My life's always been pretty straightforward. Wake up at 5:30 a.m., hit the gym by 6, at the job site by 7:30. Commercial electrical work means big buildings, complex systems, and teams of guys who've been doing this for decades. I was the youngest master electrician in our company, which earned me respect, but also meant I had to prove myself on every job. No room for mistakes when you're running conduit in a hospital or wiring up a new office building. Come home around 5 p.m. most days, sometimes later if we're behind schedule. Make dinner, watch some TV, play Xbox, hit the sack by 10. Weekends were for maintaining the house, hanging with my buddy Jake, maybe catching a game at a sports bar. Simple, stable, boring by some people's standards. My dad was an electrician too. Taught me that financial stability isn't glamorous, but it beats the alternative. He'd worked for the same company for 35 years, retired with a pension and a paid-off house. Never flashy, never rich, but never worried about money either. That was the blueprint I followed. After watching my older cousin lose everything in a messy divorce, I learned early to protect what's mine. His ex-wife had taken the house, half his retirement, and bled him dry with support payments for years. He trusted her with everything. Joint accounts, shared assets, her name on all the paperwork. Big mistake. I vowed never to repeat that error. I met Vanessa. Wait, I need to call her something else per the rules. Let's call her Britt. I met Britt, 28 female, 2 years ago at a friend's barbecue. She worked as a salon manager, always looked put together, knew how to handle people. First few months were great. She was fun, low maintenance, seemed to appreciate that I had my life together. The barbecue was at Jake's place. He'd just bought his first house and wanted to show it off. I was standing by the grill, helping him with the burgers, when she walked in wearing this sundress that turned every head in the backyard. Jake elbowed me. "Dude, that's Rachel's friend from work. Go talk to her." I'm not usually the type to approach women at parties. Too much rejection in my early 20s killed that confidence. But something about her made me walk over anyway. "Hey, I'm with a grill crew. What's your preference? Well done or still mooing?" She laughed. Somewhere in between, and capable of making conversation without food metaphors, we talked for 2 hours straight. She was funny, quick-witted, had opinions about everything. Worked at an upscale salon in downtown Austin, had been managing it for 3 years. She seemed impressed that I owned my own house, had a stable career, wasn't living with roommates at 29 like half the guys our age. Our first official date was dinner at this Italian place she recommended. I picked her up, opened doors, paid for everything. Old school, but that's how I was raised. She seemed to appreciate it. Said most guys her age split checks and called it feminism. "I can pay my own way," she'd said. "But it's nice when a guy actually wants to." The first 6 months were solid. We'd see each other twice a week, more on weekends. She'd come over and we'd cook dinner together, watch movies, normal couple stuff. She'd rave about how clean my house was, how organized, how nice it was to date an actual adult instead of someone whose idea of furniture was milk crates and a futon. I should have seen the warning sign there. The way she talked about her exes like they were projects that failed, like she was always trading up. But I was too caught up in having someone who seemed genuinely interested in me. We moved in together after about 10 months, my house, my mortgage, but she contributed to utilities and groceries. Fair setup, no complaints. She had her space in the spare room for all her beauty supplies and clothes. I had the garage for my tools and projects. Worked out fine, or so I thought. Looking back now, I can see the red flags I ignored. Little things that seemed minor at the time, but added up to a bigger picture I wasn't seeing. Or maybe I was seeing it and just didn't want to admit it. She'd make comments about how boring our weekends were. "Don't you ever want to just be spontaneous? Do something crazy?" "Like what?" I'd ask. "I don't know. Road trip somewhere. Skip work and drive to the coast. Something exciting." But when I'd suggest actual plans, camping trip, concert tickets, weekend in San Antonio, she'd always have an excuse. Too tired, too busy, maybe next month. What she really meant was she wanted me to be spontaneously exciting while also maintaining the stable, predictable life that paid her bills. About 6 months ago, Britt started talking about her ex more frequently. Let's call him Derek. Apparently, Derek was her high school sweetheart, the one who got away. The relationship that never quite died, even though they'd been broken up for 4 years. She'd mention him casually. Oh, Derek used to love this restaurant. Or, Derek was really good at picking movies. At first, I didn't think much of it. People have exes. People have history. I'm not the jealous type who freaks out every time a name gets mentioned. But the frequency started increasing. Derek this, Derek that. Derek had such a good sense of humor. Derek was so spontaneous. One night about 4 months ago, we're having dinner and she casually mentions, I ran into Derek today at the grocery store. He looks good. We caught up for a few minutes. Cool, I said, not really paying attention. I was tired from pulling a double shift on a commercial build. He's been asking about me apparently. Said he thinks about our relationship sometimes. That got my attention. Okay, that's kind of random to share with your ex. She laughed it off. It's fine. We're just friends now. We have history. You can't just erase years of connection. I let it slide. Mistake number 1. The texting started getting excessive around 3 months ago. Her phone would buzz constantly during dinner, during movies, first thing in the morning, always face down on the table, always a small smile when she'd check it, then quickly lock the screen when I glanced over. Who keeps texting you? I asked one evening after her phone buzzed for the 10th time during a basketball game. Just the girls from work, she said without looking up. Drama with one of the stylists. But her face said otherwise. That wasn't her work drama face. That was something else. I'm not the type to snoop through someone's phone. Never have been. Always figured if you can't trust someone, you shouldn't be with them. But my gut was telling me something was off. The late night texting sessions where she'd go into the bathroom for 20 minutes. The way she'd angle her phone away from me. The random smiles at messages she wouldn't share. 2 weeks ago, everything came to a head. It was a Saturday morning. I was in the garage working on rewiring a junction box for a buddy who'd asked for a favor. Britt had gone to the salon early for inventory or something. I came inside to grab water and her phone was sitting on the kitchen counter. Now, normally I wouldn't touch it, but it lit up with a message notification, and the preview was right there on the lock screen. From Derek with a heart emoji next to his name. Last night was incredible. Can't stop thinking about you. My stomach dropped. Last night? We'd had dinner together last night. She'd gone to bed early claiming she had a headache. Around 10 p.m., I'd heard her get up, assumed she was getting water or something. She'd been gone from the bedroom for about an hour. I picked up her phone. Moral high ground went out the window right then. I needed to know what I was dealing with. Her passcode was my birthday. At least she hadn't changed that yet. I opened her messages with Derek. What I found was months of constant communication. Hundreds of messages. And not just friendly catch-up stuff. This was full-blown emotional affair territory, bordering on, or crossing into, physical. The messages went back 4 months, right around when she'd randomly run into him. Clearly not random. They'd been planning to meet up, and they'd been doing more than just talking. I scrolled through, feeling sicker with each message. My hands were shaking so bad I almost dropped the phone twice. That weird disconnected feeling where you're reading words, but your brain refuses to process what they mean, because accepting it would break something fundamental in your understanding of reality. Derek, I miss the way you used to kiss me. Britt, I miss everything about us. He's stable, but there's no passion. Derek, leave him, come back to me. We were perfect together. Britt, I don't know. He takes care of me. The house, the bills, everything. Derek, I can take care of you too, and actually make you happy. That one hit hard. Take care of you too. Like I was just a utility company she hadn't bothered canceling yet. The house, the bills, everything. That's what I was to her. A service provider. I kept scrolling. Found messages from 2 months ago where they'd met for coffee. Just to catch up, she'd told him. But the messages after were about how good it felt to see him. How she'd forgotten how much they had in common. How being with him felt like coming home. 3 weeks ago, they'd met for lunch. Then there was a gap in messages, followed by Derek saying, "That was incredible. Your place next time?" My place. She'd brought him to my house while I was at work. The house I'd bought, renovated, paid for. Let him into my space, my life, my bed probably. There were photos. Nothing fully explicit, but suggestive enough. Her in lingerie I'd bought her, taking photos in our bathroom mirror, clearly intended for him. The black lace set I'd gotten her for Valentine's Day. Photos he'd sent back, shirtless gym selfies, things I definitely didn't need to see, and then the recent ones from last night. Apparently, while I was sleeping, she'd been in the spare room on video chat with him. The messages were detailed about what they'd done, what they wanted to do, plans to meet up in person next week while I was scheduled to be out of town for a job. I sat on the kitchen floor and just breathed for a minute. Tried to process what I'd just learned. 2 years of my life. 2 years of thinking we had something real. 2 years of planning a future with someone who'd been shopping for a better option the entire time. The hurt was there, sharp and immediate, but underneath it was something colder. Anger, yes, but also this crystalline clarity. This relationship was over. Had been over for months, I just didn't know it. And now that I did know, there was only one path forward. I took screenshots of everything, sent them to myself. Hundreds of messages, photos, everything. Then I put her phone back exactly where I found it and went back to the garage. My hands were shaking. That cold, tight feeling in your chest when you realize someone you trusted has been playing you for months. But underneath the hurt was something else. Clarity. Crystal clear understanding that this relationship was over and I needed to handle this smart, not emotional. I finished my buddy's junction box. Took my time, made sure everything was perfect, focused on the work. By the time I was done, I had a plan. Britt came home around 2 p.m. bounced in all cheerful, gave me a kiss on the cheek. Hey babe, how was your morning? Productive, I said. How was inventory? Exhausting. You know how it is. I didn't know how it was because she'd probably never actually done inventory this morning, but I played along. Hey, I was thinking we could grab dinner tonight. That Italian place you like? She hesitated. Her phone buzzed. She checked it, smiled, then looked back at me. Actually, can we do tomorrow instead? I'm really tired. Plus the girls want to do a movie night thing. Sure, no problem. She went to take a shower. I sat on the couch, pulled up the screenshots on my phone, and read through them again. Wanted to make sure I wasn't overreacting. Nope. This was exactly what it looked like. That evening, she left for her movie night around 7. I waited until her car was out of the driveway, then I got to work. Called my buddy Jake, who's a locksmith. Need a favor. Can you come change my locks tonight? I'll explain later. Say no more. Be there in an hour. While waiting, I started boxing up her stuff. Not throwing it around or being destructive, just methodically packing. Clothes, shoes, makeup, all her salon supplies. Everything that was clearly hers went into boxes. Took about 2 hours, but I was thorough. Jake showed up around 9 p.m. Dude, what happened? I showed him the screenshots. His face went from confused to angry in about 5 seconds. Are you kidding me? After everything you've done for her? Yep. How long for the locks? 30 minutes. Front door and back door? Both. He got to work. Professional grade deadbolts, new keys, the works. While he was installing, I labeled all her boxes with a marker. Brit stuff. Stacked them neatly by the front door. When Jake finished, I paid him double his usual rate. Drinks on me next weekend, he said. This is cold-blooded in the best way. Appreciate it, man. After he left, I sat on my couch and waited. Looked around at my house, and realized how much lighter it felt already. Like I'd been carrying extra weight I didn't notice until it was gone. Around 10:30 p.m., I heard a car pull up. Her car. Earlier than expected from a movie night. Keys jangled at the front door. Then confusion as they didn't work. More jangling, getting more aggressive. Then pounding. Babe, the door's stuck or something. My key won't work. I got up, walked to the door, opened it just enough to see her face. Keys don't work because I changed the locks. Her expression went from confused to shocked to angry in rapid succession. What? Why would you do that? Found your messages with Derek. All of them. Months worth. The color drained from her face. I can explain. Don't care. Your stuff's packed. All of it. Right there. I gestured to the boxes behind me. You went through my phone? That's a violation of my privacy. The audacity was almost impressive. And you've been having an affair for 4 months. I'd say we're even. It's not an affair. We were just talking. You're completely overreacting. Really? Because the messages where you two were planning to meet up next week while I'm out of town seemed pretty clear. Or the photos you sent him in the lingerie I bought you. Or last night when you were on video with him doing who knows what while I was sleeping in our bed. She went pale. Realized I had receipts. Okay, look. Yes, Derek and I have been talking, but it's complicated. We have history. You wouldn't understand. I understand perfectly. You wanted stability and someone to pay the bills while keeping your ex on the side for excitement. I get it. But that ends now. She tried a different approach. Tears started forming. Baby, please. I made a mistake. I got confused. Derek and I have this history, and he came back into my life, and I didn't know how to handle it. But I love you. I want to be with you. Funny, because last night you told him you'd leave me. The tears stopped. You don't understand. It's not that simple. It's extremely simple. We're done. Take your stuff and go. That's when she got angry. Really angry. You can't just kick me out. I live here. I have rights. You don't live here. Your name's not on the mortgage, not on the lease, not on any paperwork. You're a guest who's overstayed their welcome. This is insane. You're being completely unreasonable. Am I? Let's call Derek right now. I'm sure he'd love to hear about how unreasonable I'm being. I pulled out my phone. She panicked. No! Don't call him. Why not? I thought you two were just friends. Her mouth opened and closed like a fish. No good answer to that one. Then she played what she thought was her trump card. The one that made this whole situation even more ridiculous in hindsight. You know what? Fine. If you're going to be this way about it, I want you to apologize. I actually laughed. Apologize? For what? For being rude to Derek. The one time you met him, you were so cold and dismissive. He said you barely even acknowledged him. That hurt his feelings. And you owe him an apology. Let me give context to this. 2 months ago, I'd stopped by the salon to drop off Brit's phone she'd forgotten at home. Derek was there. They were sitting close, laughing. When I walked in, they jumped apart like teenagers caught making out. I'd said a quick, "Here's your phone" to Brit, nodded at Derek and left. Apparently not fawning all over her affair partner was rude. You want me to apologize to the guy you've been having an affair with? For being rude? By not being friendly enough when I interrupted your little moment? It wasn't like that. And yes, you were rude. You could have at least introduced yourself properly. The insanity of this request was actually stunning. She'd somehow twisted the situation in her head where I was the bad guy for not being nicer to the man she was cheating with. No. What do you mean no? I mean no, I'm not apologizing to Derek. Not now, not ever. That's the most ridiculous thing you've said tonight. And that's impressive considering the competition. Her face went red. Fine. Then I'm leaving. I'm walking out that door right now, and when I do, we're done. Forever. Is that what you want? She stood there, hand on her hip. pulling the classic ultimatum move, fully expecting me to back down, to beg her to stay, to agree to whatever insane demand she'd made just to keep her from leaving. Instead, I opened the door wider. "Don't let me stop you." Her face went through several expressions: shock, confusion, then anger. "Are you serious right now?" "Completely. You said you're walking out. Door's open. Your stuff's right here. I'll even help you carry boxes to your car. You're supposed to fight for me. For us. There is no us. There hasn't been for 4 months, apparently. You already chose Derek. So go. I'm not stopping you." She stood there, frozen. The bluff had been called and she didn't know what to do. "I'm serious. I'm leaving right now." She grabbed her purse. "Okay? Need help with the boxes? I'll come back for them tomorrow." "No, you'll take them now. Because tomorrow those locks will still be changed and I won't be answering." She stared at me like I'd grown a second head. This wasn't how this was supposed to go. In her mind, she was supposed to threaten to leave. I was supposed to panic and agree to apologize to Derek or whatever other insane thing she wanted. And then she'd graciously forgive me and continue her double life. Instead, I started carrying boxes to her car. She stood there, mouth open, as I loaded up her trunk and backseat with her belongings. "This is crazy. You're being crazy." "Maybe. But my house, my rules. And rule number 1, no cheaters." After the 4th box, she finally snapped into action and started helping, probably realizing I was serious. We loaded her car in silence. When the last box was in, she turned to me one more time. "So that's it? 2 years together, and you're just throwing me out over a misunderstanding?" "It's not a misunderstanding. You made choices. Now you get to live with them." She got in her car. "I'm going to Derek's. When you calm down and realize how ridiculous you're being, you'll wish you'd handled this differently." "Sure." She drove off. I went back inside, locked the new locks, and poured myself a glass of water. Checked my watch, 11:47 p.m. I gave her until 3 a.m. before she'd be back. Actually, I was too generous. She lasted 2 hours and 43 minutes. During those 2 hours, I'd been busy. Called my buddy who runs a security camera business. He happened to be up late working on a project. For $200 and a case of his favorite energy drinks, he came over and installed a simple doorbell camera. Wireless, connected to my phone, high-definition video and audio. "Dude, midnight installation. This must be important." I showed him the screenshots. "Very important. Say no more. Let's make sure you're protected." Camera was up and running by 2 a.m. I tested it from my phone. Crystal clear footage. Perfect. At 2:43 a.m., headlights pulled into my driveway. I was in bed, but my phone lit up with the camera notification. I watched as Britt got out of her car and walked up to the door. She knocked, gently at first, then harder. "Babe, I'm back. We need to talk. Please open the door." I didn't move. Just watched the camera feed from my phone, lying in bed in the dark. "Come on, I know you're in there. Look, I'm sorry, okay? I overreacted. Can we please just talk about this like adults?" More knocking. She was getting frustrated now. I could hear it in her voice. "I left Derek's. I chose you. Isn't that what you wanted? I chose you over him." Still nothing from me. The irony was rich. She chose me after spending 4 months choosing him, only coming back because Derek clearly didn't work out as planned. "This is so stupid. You're being so immature right now. Just open the door and we can work this out." The knocking got more aggressive. "Fine, be that way, but we're not done here. I'll be back tomorrow and you better let me in." She tried her key one more time, jiggling it aggressively in the lock that no longer recognized it. Kicked the door once in frustration, then stood there for another minute, probably expecting me to crack. When I didn't, she got back in her car. But she didn't leave right away. Just sat there in the driveway for 10 minutes, engine running, probably going through her phone. Maybe texting Derek. Maybe texting friends about what a jerk I was being. Finally, she backed out and drove away. I checked my phone. She'd sent 15 texts during those 10 minutes. "I'm sorry. Please talk to me. This is so childish. I deserve better than this. Derek was right about you. You're controlling and manipulative. I can't believe how you're treating me. All I wanted was an apology. Is that really too much to ask? After everything I've done for you, this is how you repay me. Fine. I don't need this. I'm coming back tomorrow and you better be ready to talk. You're going to regret this. I gave you everything and this is what I get." I read them all. Each one a masterclass in deflection and blame shifting. Not one acknowledgement of what she'd actually done. Not one real apology for the affair. Just anger that I wasn't playing along with her script. I blocked her number and went to sleep. Best sleep I'd had in months, actually. The next morning was Sunday. I woke up around 9 a.m., made breakfast, took my time. Around 11, there was pounding on the door. I checked the camera. Britt was back, but she'd brought reinforcements. Her mother, Linda, and her sister, Jessica. "Open this door right now," Linda was yelling. "You can't treat my daughter like this." I opened the door, stood in the doorway with my arms crossed. "Ladies." "Don't you ladies me," Linda started. "Britt told me what happened. You kicked her out over nothing." "Nothing? That's what she told you?" "Some misunderstanding with an old friend. You completely overreacted." I pulled out my phone, opened the screenshots. Here's the misunderstanding. 4 months of messages with her ex. Plans to meet up, photos, video chats, everything. I held the phone up so they could see. Linda's face went from angry to confused to shocked. Jessica looked at her sister with disbelief. "Britt, you were cheating?" "It wasn't like that," Britt tried to explain. "Derek and I have history. It's complicated." Complicated is one word for it, I said. Cheating is another. Either way, we're done. Linda was still processing. Honey, you were seeing Derek behind his back? Mom, you don't understand. He's so boring. All he does is work and play video games. Derek makes me feel alive. Then go feel alive with Derek. But do it somewhere that's not my property. Jessica looked at me with something like respect. Can't say I blame you. Jess! Britt turned on her sister. You're supposed to be on my side. I'm on the side of not cheating on people who own houses and pay bills. But that's just me. Linda was struggling. But where is she supposed to go? Derek's place? A friend's? A hotel? Not my problem anymore. You're just going to abandon her? Linda was trying to guilt me. She abandoned this relationship 4 months ago when she started her affair. I'm just making it official. Britt tried one more time. If you would just apologize to Derek for being rude, we could work through this. That's all I wanted. One simple apology. The three of us, me, Linda, and Jessica, all stared at her. You want him to apologize to the guy you were cheating with? Jessica was the first to break the silence. Are you insane? It's about respect. Derek felt disrespected. Good, I said. He should feel disrespected. Now please leave before I call the police for trespassing. Linda grabbed Britt's arm. Come on, let's go. As they were walking away, Britt turned back. You're going to regret this. Derek's twice the man you'll ever be. Then you should be very happy together. Good luck. They left. I closed the door, locked it, and got on with my day. The next week was interesting. Britt tried everything. She showed up at my work site on Monday, but my foreman told her to leave or he'd call security. She tried calling from different numbers, but I'd blocked everyone. She sent her friends to talk to me. One of them, Rachel, actually apologized to me. I had no idea she was doing that. That's messed up. You deserve better, man. She tried to use social media, posted vague stuff about betrayal and abandonment. I didn't engage. Didn't even check her profiles after the first few posts. Wednesday, she filed a police report claiming I'd stolen her belongings. The officer who came to talk to me was pretty cool about it. She says you have her property. I gave her all her stuff Saturday night. She loaded it into her car herself. She's saying you kept some things. Like what? Television, laptop, some jewelry? TV was mine, bought before we met. Laptop was mine. Company issued from my employer. Jewelry I gave her as gifts was all in the boxes. If she's missing something, she can provide receipts showing she purchased it. The officer nodded. That's what I figured. She couldn't provide proof of ownership for anything. Have a good day, sir. Thursday, Derek called me. Blocked number, but it went to voicemail. Hey man, it's Derek. Look, Britt told me what happened. I think we should talk. You obviously care about her, I care about her. Maybe we can work something out like adults. Give me a call. I deleted the message without responding. What could we possibly have to talk about? Friday, exactly a week after I changed the locks, I got a text from an unknown number. It's Britt. I'm staying with Derek, but it's not working out. He's not what I thought. I made a huge mistake. Can we please talk? I miss you. I didn't respond. 2 days later. Please, I'm sorry, I was confused. Derek promised me all these things, but he's broke. He can't even afford his rent. I need you. There it was. The truth. She'd chosen Derek thinking he'd provide the excitement and the stability. Turns out he just had debt and empty promises. Monday morning, 2 weeks after the breakup, I got a call from Linda. I think you should know, Britt and Derek broke up. She's staying with us, but she's a mess. She really does love you. Linda, with all due respect, if she loved me, she wouldn't have been having an affair for 4 months. People make mistakes, and people face consequences. I'm sorry she's having a hard time, but that's not my responsibility anymore. She needs help, financial help, just until she gets back on her feet. No, just a small loan. No. Linda, I'm not a bank. I'm not a safety net. I'm not a backup plan for when Derek didn't work out. I'm done. She hung up on me. 3 weeks post-breakup, Jake texted me. Dude, you need to see this. It was a screenshot from Britt's social media. She'd posted a long rant about how men are commitment phobic and throw away relationships over minor issues, and how she dodged a bullet with a controlling narcissist. The comments were brutal. Several people who knew the real story called her out. One person posted, "Didn't you cheat on him with your ex? That's not a minor issue." Her post was deleted within an hour. A month after the breakup, I was at Home Depot buying supplies for a bathroom renovation when I ran into Jessica, Britt's sister. Hey, she said awkwardly. Hey, look, I just want to say I think you handled everything really well. What she did was wrong. Thanks. She's been telling everyone you were abusive and controlling. Just wanted you to know I've been shutting that down whenever I hear it. People who know you both can see through it. I appreciate that. For what it's worth, she's miserable. Derek kicked her out after 2 weeks. She's back with mom and dad, can't hold down a job, and keeps talking about what a mistake she made. I'm sorry to hear that. Don't be. She made her bed. Mom's enabling her as usual, but dad's getting tired of it. He actually asked me the other day why you didn't fight harder for her. What did you say? That you can't fight for someone who doesn't want to be kept, and that she didn't deserve you anyway. We parted ways. I finished my shopping and went home. 2 months later, I was dating someone new, Amy, an accountant I'd met through work. She was stable, honest, had her life together. Most importantly, she didn't have any exes she was secretly messaging. I took down the doorbell camera eventually. Didn't need it anymore. The house was mine, my space, my peace. Some nights I'd sit on the back porch with a cold drink, looking at the stars, and realize I dodged a serious bullet. My buddy Jake came over one Saturday to help with the bathroom reno. We were installing new tile when he brought it up. You hear from Brit at all? Nope. Blocked on everything. Probably for the best. Rachel told me she's been bouncing between her parents' house and different friends' couches. Can't keep a job. Still posting cryptic stuff online about lessons learned and growth. Good for her, I guess. You don't feel bad at all? I thought about it. Not really. I feel bad that 2 years were wasted. I feel bad I didn't see the signs earlier. But do I feel bad about how it ended? No. She made choices. I responded to those choices. That's just consequences. Jake nodded. Cold-blooded, but fair. Exactly. 3 months later, I got one final message from Brit. Different number again, but I recognized the style. I know you probably won't respond to this. I just wanted to say I'm sorry. Really, truly sorry. I was selfish and stupid. You deserved better. I hope you're happy. I stared at the message for a minute. Part of me wanted to respond, to say something cutting or clever. But what was the point? I deleted the message and blocked the number. 6 months after the breakup, I proposed to Amy. Small, intimate moment, no drama. She said yes. We got married 3 months later at the courthouse with just close family and friends. Jake was my best man. During his speech at the small reception dinner, he told the story of the night he changed my locks. Everyone laughed. Amy squeezed my hand under the table. Best decision you ever made, she whispered. She was right. The weeks leading up to the proposal were interesting. I'd been nervous in a completely different way than with Brit. With Amy, I was nervous because I wanted everything to be perfect for someone who actually deserved it. I'd taken her to this overlook outside Austin where you can see the whole city lit up at night. When I pulled out the ring, a different one, obviously, simpler but somehow more meaningful, she started crying before I even finished asking. Yes, she said. 100 times yes. The wedding was nothing like what Brit and I had planned. No massive venue, no elaborate catering, no stress. Just us, our closest people, and a judge who kept it simple and heartfelt. After the courthouse, we had dinner at a nice restaurant. About 20 people total, good food, genuine happiness. My dad pulled me aside during dinner. This one's good, son. She sees you for who you are. Work had continued to go well. Got promoted to senior electrician about 4 months after the Brit situation ended. Better pay, leading teams on major commercial projects. The kind of career progression I'd been working toward for years. Guys, we are so close to hit 100,000 subscribers on this channel. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. It really helps hit that 100,000 mark. Thanks for making this dream come true.